What do women do during the initial stages to move things forward?
What do you want us to do? Like,
You don't do anything. Y'all do. Y'all don't.
We
do
provide emotional
anything.
support. We like make
Really
you
on the
look
first
good.
date.
Yes, men look good when you're on a date with a good-looking
guys don't
woman.
give a
Yeah,
fuck.
you
Oh my
guys
God.
give a fuck about what your friends think of you. Yes, you do.
No, we don't.
Yes, you do.
No, we don't. Let me ask you a question. If you could be you're dealing with a guy, do you think he'd rather go out to dinner with you or just have you come over immediately and fuck?
Come over.
If we're dating, it depends on the situation.
You meet the guy and he's like, do you think he'd rather go out on a nice date with you and be seen and, oh my God, all these other people that I'll never see again, they see me with this hot chick? Or would they prefer for you to just come over, nobody sees it, and then you have sex with him?
If he
I mean, I think the best question would have been that for all the guys who take you on dates, right? Let's say a man says, "Hey, I'm going to take you on a date." He finds you attractive. What if you told them, "Hey, you don't have to take me on a date. We can just fuck." Most guys will be down for that. They're like, "Oh, you mean I don't have to spend money?" They will go for that.
he just wants to have sex, then it's gonna just be that. But
Not
if he's
necessarily.
looking
He could want a
for
relationship.
Yep.
then he's going to want to go through that process to get to know someone.
No, not really.
It depends on what they want.
Not
Wait,
really.
can I say all men?
Yeah, what's up?
I mean, I think I disagree with your opinion because, like I said, like when we first started, like that guy from Dubai, like he paid me $7,000 to just like make an appearance, and I think that
That's different though.
how is that different? He wanted to be seen with
Those,
a pretty
I mean,
girl.
when you're dealing with that level of wealth, that's not like genuine. That's not genuine dating dynamics.
And it wasn't a
Facts. Also, I've heard, they do more than showing up. The guys in Dubai have all the money, but if we're gonna be honest, if you guys have seen some things on Twitter, these ladies do more than they get paid well, but they do more than just showing up on dates. They do some disgusting things. So she's not telling the full story.
date. Like he literally just wanted to go to the club with me.
Yeah, that's something entirely different.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
That's something entirely different.
And some men enjoy the company of women. Like,
Sure,
Yeah, they do if they know at the end of the day they're gonna get something from it. If we're gonna be honest, because if you told most guys, "Hey, you're gonna hang out with pretty ladies that you would like a relationship with, but you're never gonna get the relationship," most guys will leave. That's why some guys stay in friend zones because they are hoping there is hope that one day she will like me.
Yeah, I don't dispute
like
that.
having a conversation with us and like getting to know. There are men who enjoy that. Like to
How
say
many?
like, oh, just come over and have sex. It's like, yeah, that's part of it. But like I know men that want to go slower in that sense because they
Sure.
enjoy getting to know women. So it just depends
Sure.
on who it is.
Yeah, that's true. But this idea that men want to go on a date with you so that they can be seen
Yeah.
with you,
Yes.
that's not, maybe that's how y'all think.
I think they like
That's how
the
they think.
comparison. Like if someone's masculine and you're with someone who's feminine and like is dressed nice and like
Bro.
the way it complements a man's masculinity. There are men who enjoy
I don't
that.
give a
felt
fuck.
that way.
Hold on. I don't give a fuck what some strangers who I'm never going to see again think about me. Oh, I'm in some fucking restaurant. There's a bunch of other people at the restaurant and first off, they don't give a fuck about who I'm on it. They don't
Facts.
care. Like, have you ever been to a restaurant and you're like, wow, I'm really invested in that person sitting all the way over there? And they're
Nope.
really? Has that ever crossed your mind?
In fact, I'll take it a step further. The only reason men go on dates is because women demand them. Women have made it seem like that's the respectful way of getting to know me. Like you just can't take me back to your house. So women demand dates. If women woke up tomorrow and said, "Hey, guys, men, from now onwards, please, no more dates in a public place. Just invite us to your homes." Most guys will be like, "For real? Oh, sign up." Most guys will do that.
There's couples that'll catch your eye if you feel like they look nice.
Okay,
together.
sure. You could acknowledge that somebody's good looking or attractive, but are you particularly invested in that
Nope.
other person? So why is I don't care what other people think. They don't care about me either. Why should I care?
There are men who care.
Why?
Yeah,
why
that's
do you,
weird.
Do you want to date or not want to date?
Huh?
Why do you go on a date? Or do
Because
you just not want to go on a
your
date?
last date?
Like I said, men go on dates because women have put that standard as a way of getting to know them. If the women change tomorrow and they said, instead of going on a dinner, instead of going on a, I don't know, going out for a drink, take us to the gym, that will be the new standard.
I feel like at the end of the day, people are just trying to get laid, and everyone has different standards of what they would
Facts.
like before they get laid.
Facts. She's
Sure,
smart.
but again, I'm just confused. Okay, look. You said chivalry. Should women dress modestly?
If they can just however they want.
Okay, so men shouldn't pay for first dates.
Wait, I kind of just want to know, like,
And
what-
you should go 50-50 on all the rest of your first dates. You should insist, no, I want to pay for this. And not just an empty gesture. You should insist that you go 50-50.
Sure, you like it, I love it.
Yeah, but you're not going to do it. You're not going to do it.
She's never going to
So-
do it.
Oh, I'm just curious, like, when you take girls out on a date, is it like you guys get to know each other first already, or is it like a stranger on a date? And do you like want to pay, or do you not want to pay? Like, how do you?
Yeah, sure. I mean,
if
I've
you're
had
gonna pay?
different periods of my life. I don't think this specific period right now would be a
Yeah.
good example, but
Uh-huh.
like perhaps prior to when I started this podcast and I
Yeah.
was meeting people on dating apps or meeting people organically,
Yeah.
I would.
And I
It
think-
was.
Yeah, I think a guy knows. Like, you would probably
mean-
know, like, when, like, oh, I'm not.
I'm not a great example though because my previous. So now if I'm dating a girl, I'm paying.
Why is that?
It's just one. It's the most optimal thing, and it's just.
But like, why?
That's the dynamic
Because
that I
men
want.
with money don't worry about these
Not just
things.
that, but it's just like if
And
you
then-
don't like a girl,
but
you won't pay.
but before
Yeah.
but before I had a principle where I was like, okay, I'm meeting these girls on dating apps. I'll know who they're dealing with. So my new standard is I'm only going to be extending this if she's only dealing with me.
Yeah.
I'm not paying a first date for a girl who's got a sneaky link and she's talking to 10 different dudes. But I've been, for example, I was on a date. This was a couple years ago. Date with this girl. Met her on a dating app. She tells me on the date, I got 5 dates planned.
Yeah. Then you know, like, okay, I'm not.
I mean,
Why the fuck am I gonna pay for a girl that's
100%.
dealing with other dudes and fucking other dudes?
Yeah.
It's a
It's not a good deal for any man because at that moment you feel used. Now, obviously, I don't know. I guess she wasn't smart enough because few women are going to be upfront with you and tell you, hey, listen, I'm here on the date that you're paying for the meal, for the dinner, but later on, I have another date with another man. Most women are not going to say that. So I don't know why she said that. Maybe it gave off friendly vibes, like friend zone kind of vibes. But most women are never going to be that honest with a man that, hey, listen, I'm just letting you know you're taking me on this dinner date, but later tonight, another man is going to take me on a date and pay for my drinks. Most women are never going to say that. If anything, they're just going to say, I don't date like that. Oh, it's my first date in 3 months. But as a man, you should know that 99% chance a woman you're taking on a date is probably, if she's probably 99.9%, she's talking to other men who are planning to take her on dates. Maybe not the same day, maybe the next day, maybe they took her on a date yesterday. Either way, if she's single and she's talking to you, there's probably other men taking on a date. So it's up to you to either go big on the $500 dinner date like they require these days, or go easy because you know other guys are going to take her out. It's on you as a man.
wrap. I don't want to deal with women who are dealing with other men. If I know that you're just dealing with me,
Yeah.
then I'm prepared to step into my role.
And
But
that's what
I'm
you want to, right?
But I don't even want to. I don't want to date. I don't want anything to do. Like you guys might think I'm crazy.
No.
She could be the hottest girl ever.
Yeah.
You guys might call me crazy. She could be the hottest girl ever. If she's sexually involved with another man, I don't want
Yeah,
anything. She
that's
could be
not
begging
crazy.
to have sex with
Yeah,
me.
that's not
She
crazy
could be
at all.
begging to have sex with me. The hottest girl in the world. If she fucked a guy last night, don't want anything to do with her.
That's valid. You have self-respect for yourself.
Don't want anything. I
So
want.
even a guy has a choice.
I mean, shout out to Andrew, but most guys are gonna take the deal. 99.9%, 99.9% of men will sleep with a woman even if she slept with another guy the night before. Even men who are in a relationship with that woman, if she cheated the night before, but she's willing to sleep with him the next day, they will take it. That's how thirsty guys are. And I'm being honest as a man. It's tough out here for men. So most guys will take the deal.
This is the thing. Like, if you don't have to pay, of course, maybe a girl would be like, oh my God, you have to pay. But you know the conversation, the flow, whether or not you're going to pay for a woman based on how she's acting and who she
Sure.
is. You don't have to pay.
Sure.
But then you get to decline. But it's just, if you genuinely like a girl, you would want to pay. That's just a gesture for you, right?
Yeah, sure. Just
Yeah,
because
that's all. Because if guys are paying for girls that are doing that, it's like,
yeah,
doing
I
it,
think
you
it's the most optimum thing for men to do.
yeah.
But if we're having a conversation, if we're just like looking at it with a bird's eye view,
Yes.
women aren't traditional. Women don't uphold any of their own duties when it comes to chivalry.
Yeah.
So we're not expecting women to be chivalrous towards us. But should you have a low body count? Should you dress modestly? Should you be traditional? Yes. So y'all are modern women, but you want men to be traditional. We have a sex worker here. She says she wants guys. She's submissive. That's great. Cook, clean,
I
whatever.
don't really like the label sex work. It makes me sound like a too, which I do not think I am.
OnlyFans girls are sex workers.
Excuse me, lady. That's your job. So just accept it. You make more money rather than trying to deny it.
I mean,
don't
I'm
think
not saying
so.
I'm not saying that you're on the street offering up for
That's
$50.
like what it's to me. Like sex worker is really vulgar, but
It is.
That's what you do.
within the umbrella of sex work. I'm not calling you a prostitute. I'm calling you a sex worker.
okay. Well, your other guy called me to do.
Well, he has a different position on this. But look, how? Just one thing. How can it be like y'all want men to be traditional? Where are the traditional women?
But you are
At
dating
church.
these women who don't have.
I'm not
those
asking
values. Yeah.
where.
They're
Sorry,
at
go ahead.
church. They're at Charlie Kirk meetings. I'm
No, they're not at church because the same women who do OnlyFans are in church on Sunday. So clearly they're not in church. You know, so the only issue most guys have is the same women who don't want to be traditional demand traditional men. And for men are looking at it like it's not a good deal. Why do you want me to pay all the bills, but you only want to cook when you want to cook? You want me to protect you at all times, but you only want to be nice to you. You only want to be submissive to me only when you want to be submissive, when you wake up on the right side of bed. It's not a good deal. Anyway, what do you guys think about that?